You don't have to vote for Kamala because she's a woman.
Yes.
But don't vote against her because she's a woman.
Yes.
And I think that should be a resounding message.
It's an unconscious
That was Pelosi.
thing.
That was Nancy Pelosi. And I think that's just a really important point. And I Sarah, you are sunshine and unicorns and puppy dog tails, and that's great. But, you know, we can't poll people's hearts, and we can't see into people's hearts. And so when we're looking at these polls and we're looking at who is voting for Trump, you've got 53% of white women that voted for him in 2020. We've got to reach those women. We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy black men that did vote for Trump. We've got to reach those people. We've got to reach the Cuban men in Miami that overwhelmingly.
Why aren't the Cuban men ridiculous and crazy? You see how they feel about us? This show is absolutely horrible. But do you see how they feel about us when we don't want to do as they say? Ridiculous, crazy black men. And that's how you plan to get us. We can't think for ourselves anymore. We have to agree with what the View says, right? Or like my man OK Rick says, and I think this absolutely applies to this station and this show, the spew, because they spew nothing but hatred, lies, and a bunch of garbage. That's all they do on this show. So you call black men that your Democratic Party has taken a hit and a decline in numbers. You're calling those black men crazy and delusional. Because we choose Donald Trump. What's wrong with choice? What's wrong with us choosing to go with a different party? Because she's frustrated. She's frustrated that people are not believing the same thing that she does. There are people out here who do not vote based on emotion like you, which you can be swayed any type of way. And there's some people that are voting based on facts and based on what was done when Trump was in office to what they are going through now. You're delusional, Sonny Hostin. A lot of those ladies are, especially Whoopi Goldberg. You women are delusional. Y'all can't see past your feelings on this show and see what America needs. America does not need more immigration. We don't need more illegal migrants. We don't need $150 billion more dollars to go towards housing and feeding and taking care of them. Do you think so? No. We need a stronger economy. We need more jobs here. There's a lot of things we need that we're missing. And all of a sudden, the black men are crazy and delusional. Well, let me tell you something, right? Earth to Sonny Hostin and Earth to Obama, right? Or Earth to Mr. Obama. No one is listening to you guys anymore. Obama is not effective like he was. He's actually getting a lot of blowback and pushback for talking to black men like kids, talking about, let me go get Michelle. Don't let me go get Michelle. Don't nobody care about Michelle. No one cares about Michelle Obama. I'm sure she'll probably run in 2028. We'll see you then. Because you just want to run the country, Barack. It's not making any more black men come to the Democratic Party. And instead, what Sonny Delusional Hostin should be doing is start to ask the question, well, why are men leaning more towards Trump? Or why are more black men leaning more Republican? Is there something on the Republican side that they align with? Instead of Trump's just so bad and bad, 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 bad. Listen, it's stale. The but Trump thing, your rebuttal to everything but Trump, it's stale. Y'all been running it for 4 years, 5 years. How many times are you going to say you're going to hit me and you don't hit me before I say, okay, listen, I'm done with it. Just hit me already. We're crazy and delusional. And I got a lot of things to say about Sonny Hostin, but I'm going to keep it on this political thing right here, right? This, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it right here, you know what I mean? We don't want to follow what you are telling us. And just because you want to rock with Kamala for whatever reasons, because of women's rights, which she's only talking about abortion, we care about other things. Black men care about, we're providers, right? We have children. We care about what our children are going through in school. We care about gas, groceries, services. And some of us, believe it or not, actually care about national security, because part of business is everything in the business. And that is taking away from our business and our people in the United States. But I guess we're crazy and delusional for not believing in a candidate who wants to decriminalize the border. I guess we're crazy and delusional because we don't want to believe in a candidate who wants to defund the police, which makes no sense. And she said that on camera. I guess we are delusional for believing in a candidate who wants reassignment and sex changes from taxpayers' dollars to go towards prisoners, right? On TV saying that as well. I guess we're delusional when we don't believe those lies. And you do. We're delusional. Black men. You ought to think about some of this stuff. And anybody that's out there thinking that, man or female, that's thinking that black men are have this slave mentality or delusional because we want to rock with Trump, maybe you guys should take a deeper look at your party and find out what are the things that we're not aligning with. Let me get a little bit closer because I don't think y'all hearing me. Kamala Harris is worse than Joe Biden. Way worse. Joe Biden might have been an idiot and dumb. This lady is far left and she's even worse. And y'all chose a worse candidate. And that's why she's even hurting more amongst black men. Have y'all thought about, Democrats, the fact that what y'all done in the last 2 months is just not right? Throwing Joe Biden under the bus and the tire marks are still fresh on his t-shirt, and choosing a person who got 0 primary votes, and you're pushing that person in front of us and telling us vote for her. You don't give us choice. Maybe men, black men, crazy delusional black men want choice. Instead of being told what our mothers have told us, our grandmothers have told us, and maybe we now want to make a choice. It's funny. I've heard a lot of slack from black people in general about black men that want to vote for Trump. And they make it seem like we're on some type of slavery type stuff or because, you know, we're supposed to identify as a Democrat. And I say, well, who said that? Last time I checked, America was the land of the free. You can make choices. People don't have to rock with your choices, but you can make them. But it's funny how black people are making other black folks feel a certain way for voting Republican. You don't get slack for voting Democrat, but the Democrat Party has been lying to black people for years, telling them what they're going to do. And every 4 years, and if they get in office, they end up asking the question, well, what did they do for black people? Obama was prime example number one. Black man running for president, hope and change. He got in there and didn't care about y'all black folks. He didn't care about y'all. He did what he had to do for a special group of people, which are now more empowered than ever. He didn't care about y'all black folks. We weren't a part of his agenda. We were a part of history, and we were a part of getting the vote. And people are waking up, and they're not going to do what they did with Barack Obama, which I'm glad we got that out the way. Because if that would not have happened, that same thing with Kamala Harris possibly could have. We're not crazy and delusional. We're more informed than we've ever been before. I'm off this thing. I had to say it. Not a surprise that Sonny Hostin, Sonny Hostin, is saying stuff about black men. Maybe, does she have a problem with black men? Let me get up out of here. Like I say after every video, that this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work 2 times. Out of here.